How's it going? This is Mike D. I am the author of Motion Before Motivation and the co-founder of newauthorSecrets.com. So New Author Secrets is a website that is for people who are looking to write a book, looking to get started as an author. As a relatively new author, it's only been a couple of years since I published my first book, which became an Amazon bestseller. I've gotten a lot of print coverage for it and media coverage for it, and I've helped a lot of people with my book. It's not a New York Times bestseller yet, but maybe one day it will be. But as someone who's been in this business and just started a couple of years ago as a new author, I've found that a lot of the resources that were out there were mainly sort of the get-rich-quick genre, if you will, meaning, launch your book and sell 1 million copies right away and instantly become rich overnight. And really what I found is maybe that can happen to, 1 in a million people, and it's possible. I'm one to actually to think big. I'm not a small-time thinker. But what I also know is that there's a certain amount of reality that's involved with becoming an author and writing a book. And that reality is that it's not easy, that it can be challenging, that there's a lot of costly mistakes that you can make. And I've made a lot of those mistakes, and I went through a lot of those challenges. I went through realizing that, hey, I wrote this book, I should get on TV, this should be a breeze. And then I realized, wait a minute, they're not really interested in hearing about my book. And then I figured out how to get on TV with my book. And now my goal is to get on national TV to talk about my book and my message and to reach more people. And I know that's where you are too. So just know that, one, this website is dedicated for the new author. It's not about this get-rich-quick as an author thing and become a master internet marketer or anything like that. It's about helping the person who is a business owner, and maybe you have a message inside you that you can put into a book that coincides with your business, that'll probably help your business grow and further your business along. Or maybe you're working for a corporation, or you're in corporate America and you have this passion that you want to write about, and it's totally different from your current career, and you want to put a book together about it, but you're just not sure where to start. Or maybe you're in corporate America and you have certain strategies and ideas, and you want to put those strategies and make yourself more valuable. So whether your book that you want to do is related to your current business or your current career, or it's totally in 180 direction from what you're currently doing, I've heard, I think it was something like maybe 80% of people say that they want to write a book, or they've had an idea for a book. Unfortunately, not everybody follows through, and the problem is that people just don't know what to do. All right. So one takeaway I want you to get from this video here is that no matter where you are, no matter what it is that you want your book to be about, or what you want to write about, or what you want to package together, that the simple thing to actually get started is to simply get started. Is to say, all right, I'm in the game. Meaning, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to remove this barrier, this wall of, oh, I have to be a great writer, or I have to be an author, I have to have taken, mastered all my high school and college English classes. Now, of course, you have to have some basic skills, and you have to be able to get your words and be coherent, for people to actually get your message. But the truth is, the first step really is for you to get in the game. And I forget who I heard this from, but he said, every master was once a disaster. And the key is to start. So I find that is the big thing that trips people up is, I've heard two things. I've heard, launch my book, even if it's not perfect and maybe it's not the best thing, just slap it together and get it out there because I would have started, now I can fix it. That's probably a bad idea, all right? Or I've heard, I've really got to make my book perfect, and the truth is it'll never be perfect. So where's the middle ground there? So realize that you have to have that middle ground, and realize that the first step is really to get in the game. Now, what you'll find on this website, I'm not going to give you this tour or anything like that, but what you'll find on this website is the first thing I want you to do is I want you to find the box that asks for your name and email address. And don't worry, your privacy is safe with us. We don't spam you or anything like that. Find the box. It's right here. It's either below me or to the side of me, either wherever we put it. And it's going to give you a 3-part course, which is going to be further video training, free, totally free. There's no hooks or obligations. Further video training to answer some of these questions for you. Meaning, do I do a physical book or do I do an ebook? What do I do about editing? What do I do about formatting? How do I get my book on Amazon? What's the best way to actually write my book? I heard there's a few different things I can do. How do I start to, once I get this book done, how do I start to sell it? How do I get some momentum behind it so it doesn't just sit there in cases or sit there on Amazon ranked, 7 million or something like that? So this video course answers those initial questions, and will probably give you enough to really get started. So this video course will answer those initial questions in 3 parts. They're short training videos. They're very simple. They get right to the point, and they answer those beginner questions. How do I get started writing my book? You know, should I do a physical book or an ebook? Formatting, editing, how do I get it on Amazon, then how do I sell it? I heard that authors can get written about in newspapers, and I know I've been written about a lot of newspapers, I've been on TV, things like that. How do I do all that? What are the steps? So this video course sort of answers those initial questions for you. And then as you become more familiar with the site, you'll get some email updates from time to time. What this site is it's a journey. All right, I put this together because I want to take you with me on the journey of me getting my message out, and me, getting my face bloodied, if you will, with trial and error that I make sometimes in applying certain strategies that I'm learning to sell more books and for speaking and things like that. I just want to take you with me and say, hey, this is working, this isn't working. I'm on the journey with you. Yes, I'm a relatively new author. I've got a few more years on you in the business, and I've sold probably a bunch more books, maybe I haven't, who knows, than you. But I'm already down the path. I'm already innovating. I'm already doing things to get my messages and my books out there. Just come along with me. And we'll bring in some other guests and some other blog posts as well. But for now, the best thing to do first is just get the 3-part video course and really just start to explore so you know what you need to do to get started, whether your book is, again, related to your current business, whether it's related to your current career, or it's a total 180 from what you're doing now. The key is really to get started. And the first step here on our website is just fill in your name and email and get that 3-part video course. All right, hope to see you on the other side. Hope that we're in touch, and I hope I could give you some information to help you get your message out. Talk to you soon.